From GE Designs, welcome to my live quilting chat, Tipsy Tuesday. Hi everybody, thank you for being here, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. Make sure to say hi in the comments, state your name and where you're tuning in from. It's great to see everybody on this lovely, beautiful sunny day from Minneapolis. On tonight's show, we will be checking out a lot of new stuff in the store, and I gotta show you some photos from my ventures this weekend. My Mother's Day gift was spending some time with my loved one, so I gotta share a little bit of that. Make sure that you comment as much as you can throughout the show. Show us some hearts and thumbs up if you like something, and of course make sure, if you are new here, to follow our page on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel, please, please, please. We have a giveaway every show, so 2 winners are chosen, one randomly from your comments, and that's from your live comments, and then we have a giveaway at the end with a question for those of you that are not able to catch our show live. So thanks again, and last week we had, of course, our show, and we had a winner. Last week I asked you, do you have any Mother's Day plans? And our winner is Angela Gale. Congrats. Her plans were she will be visiting with her daughter in Lower Michigan. So congrats, Angela. You get a little extra Mother's Day gift with a $25 gift card to the GE store. So thank you for watching, and thank you for commenting, everybody. I had a lovely, lovely weekend. I hope you all had a great weekend celebrating all the mothers in your life, including yourself. I celebrated with my oldest son in Portland and my youngest little nugget, my grandson, Johan. So I spent time there. We did all kinds of fun stuff. We hiked, we went for runs, we ate great food, and just hung out, lots of cuddles and reading and singing and laughing, and played catch, and we played hide and go seek and all these fun things. So my heart is so full, but I thought I would share some photos. Of course, he's growing like a weed, so every day is something new and fun. So this is my little nugget, Johan Tote, and he is sitting on a little gift that I finished right before I left. Remember those panels that we had from On The Go fabric? And I finished it up. I just layered it with some batting, and I quilted around the roads. And on the back I put, since it was all the different roads and all the different places you go in the city, I included the harbor on the back. So I had this fabric that was kind of like a harbor, like a Reykjavik from Iceland harbor. So I put that on the back. So he's pointing out all the boats too. He's got boats and cars, so he's really excited about it. He actually just wanted to sleep with it. We went on a hike and explored. Well, I taught him, of course, to pick rocks and throw them back in the creek. Of course, you got to teach him all those basics before we venture into skipping the rocks. So that was fun, and get dirty a little bit. Of course, stomping in your sneakers. And we played a lot in the backyard. I gave him a little lawnmower that had noise and made bubbles. So he mowed the patio probably 5 times throughout the day, each day. So it's well done. Yeah, he's just so adorable. Happy, happy baby, and gives us so much joy. So that was my weekend. It was awesome, and I hope yours was great as well. I did have some little surprise on yesterday morning. So you may have, if you've been following us for a while, you may have gotten a really weird friend request on Facebook from GE Designs. So just so you know, GE Designs is a business page, so business pages cannot send out friend requests. So you will never be getting a friend request from me or from GE Designs. So somebody took all the photos so it looked like my page and created a personal page called GE /designs, and then sent out all these friend requests. And then right following it, they actually sent a message through Messenger about that you won a prize and you had to click on this link and fill out something. So I just want to make sure we have not been hacked. This is just somebody that stole the photos, made a page or anything. Our page is good, but I just wanted to make sure that you will never receive a friend request from GE Designs, and I will never send you anything through Messenger about filling out anything or clicking on links. So just know that. Anything I do is always through email. That's why we don't really want to communicate with customer service anything through Facebook or through social media or on Messenger. We just want to get the emails because that's what we control, and we will never lose control of that. So make sure you're subscribed to our newsletter, our email newsletter, our website, and then we are good. We never know about what could happen to social media. So it was kind of scary at first. Once I trying to figure out what was going on, I got messages about it, and then when I guess shortly after these were sent out, the page was deleted and it was done. So I don't know. It was a weird, a little stressful situation yesterday morning, but just wanted to make sure that everybody knows that you will never receive any kind of things like that from us. All right. So moving on to more fun things, we have a Fast and Furious Club project coming up in just 9 days? And that's the last one of the whole season. So the May project is hanging on the cabinet here. I made 2 of these runners already. It's called Duty Calls, Table Runners. And so we still have a couple of kits. So we made kits with these. We have 2 different colorways of the kits. One I call in the blues. So that's actually using the navy border. And then we have the floral. The other one is really bright colors, and then the floral fabric for the border. Of course, you don't need the kits to do the project. If you are a member of Fast and Furious Club, your project, your pattern, and your video class will be in your account on the 20th. So 20th of May, and in the morning, it will be in your account. And then if you are not a member of the Fast and Furious Club 9-month program or the trimester program, you can always buy the individual projects on May 20th. So I just wanted to tell you that, and so everybody can start gearing up and get ready. I feel like this table runner is a perfect kind of a longer, bigger runner for tables, for big gatherings. It's great for a picnic table for summer. So I think also would be great to make it out of like patriotic fabrics, like some of our bundles, the Liberty Lane. We have America the Beautiful. I think a few different patriotic bundles would be beautiful in red, white, and blue for summer, that runner. So start thinking. It's coming up fast, and it'll be great to have when summer gets here. Good for gifts. So quick to make, too. It's a quick one, so I promise. So gearing up for that. Any questions on any of these things that I just blurted out right away? Mr. HP is here. He's quiet, but he's here. He's here.
Hi, everybody.
So I saw, looking forward to Duty Call. Somebody says, how long does it take some of you to make a lap-sized JoJo quilt? Your average time? I can't tell you my average time because I guess my average time is a little bit faster than others. I would guess, though, it's doable in like 6 hours. Right? Everybody? What do you think?
For me, 50 hours.
Okay. I was going to say, I was like, for you? Okay. All right, 50 hours. There it is. Don't ask HP to make your quilt. The quilt behind me is called Amelie. It's from a brand new fabric. This one, I mean. Hope is in the middle. I decided to put Hope in the middle. This is made with glow-in-the-dark, really fun kind of astronaut, kind of Jetsons fabric. And I decided to put Hope up because today is actually exactly a year since I delivered our donations to the charities that we raised money for during the Hope Quilt Along, which was May 3rd last year. So this is exactly been a year since we delivered to Hope Breakfast Bar and to the healthcare workers and to the Girl Scouts. So it was such an amazing experience. So thank you all that participated. There have been many more Hope quilts made since then, and there will be many more because it is such a versatile and fun pattern to do. All right, so including, and then behind me here is the Amelie quilt. I'm going to talk about that a little later. It's out of a fabric line we just got in, a new bundle, and it's really cool, neutral colors, and then you can just add any kind of pop of colors. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. But I wanted to get to, we just added a batch of pre-order fabrics to our website, if you maybe haven't noticed. So these are available for pre-order. It's just a way for you to kind of secure your bundles. As you know, sometimes we get something in that sells out really fast. This way we can kind of anticipate the interest and possibly sometimes be able to secure a little more than maybe you anticipated. But it's also just a way for you to secure something that you know you want to get and doesn't get sold out. So let's check out the ones that are coming. So lots of kind of winter Christmas stuff. We have Alpine Winter by Deborah Edwards for Northcott. This is a nice 8-piece bundle. It's not Christmassy, it's more winter. So it has some skis and things like that, and cardinals and sleighs. So it's not necessarily holiday, but more so winter, warm winter. Great plaids in there too. Then we have Janet Claire's newest line. I built a bundle that was kind of lights and darks, so these really nice blues from navy to medium blue to light blue and into the ivories. Excuse me. Then we have, of course, the newest Tulip Pink Daydreamer. Now, make sure when you're checking these pre-order bundles out that you notice the ship dates. So how that works, you place your order, you pay for it, and then it will just ship as soon as we get it in. So make sure you check estimated ship dates or ship month, because that always fluctuates. Daydreamer is her newest line coming out. I think it's not coming out until November or something, because we still have not even gotten her one that is supposed to come in May. Hopefully it will come in May. But this one is really cool. It's got flamingos and parakeets and just butterflies. Really cool stuff. So I can't wait to play with that. And I built a bundle, so not every single piece of the line is in the bundle, but I felt like this was a really good, nice kind of balance to it. So it's 15 pieces, and then we'll have a couple of prints in 3s and 1 yards as well. All right, so next one up is modern backgrounds. We actually have, this is a modern backgrounds from Zen Chic, very popular line. And so I built a few different bundles with that. So we have modern backgrounds. This is the eggshell. So this is just a 6-piece, great way to build up your low volumes. This is the eggshell, and then we have a gray. Can we show the other modern backgrounds? Are they all in order? Oh, they're not in order, but could we do it? So, huh? Okay, we'll show the other ones. This is the eggshell. Okay, we'll move on. So next up is a flannel line. So this is Fall Fantasy. This is Holly Taylor for Moda, and as you guys probably are familiar with, the Moda flannels are really soft and beautiful, really great quality. So I built both a colored bundle and then I did a low volume bundle. So this is the low volume bundle, only 6 pieces, and then we have the colored one, and I just chose these greens and blues, and it's just so beautiful. So you could choose to use just the greens and blues, or throw in the low volumes if you want a little more light, if you wanted to do a pattern that needs some lights. So gorgeous fall fabrics, kind of a little bit fallish, but not too much. I feel like this is really a year-round fabric. Then we have some flowers. So we have Fleurs by Michael Design Works for Northcott. Beautiful, very classic purple, lavender, black, and just a touch of that light green and a great stripe. So that one is called Fleurs. Then we have, oh, here's the modern backgrounds in the fog. So that's a little bit darker than the eggshell. And then, so just a little bit foggier, probably, best term to use. All right, next up is some great color. This is Henna by Macaur UK for Andover. Great, great, bright colors, pinks, greens, and kind of the motifs are kind of like the henna tattoos, probably why it's called henna, but great geometrics there, and I always love their bright colored fabrics. Then we have a really cool line called Mushroom City by Ray Ritchie. Really cool little creatures and the mushroom caps and great blenders with it. I love this colorway, and it's very calming and beautiful. It could be, you know, for kids or anything really. It's not too juvenile, but definitely would be really cute in a kid's room. Then we have a Christmas line called Starflower Christmas. This is by Create Joy Project. And this designer is a favorite at GE Designs. This is, of course, the designer that did Moody Blooms. And we just got in her newest line, Sunshine Soul. And this is her take on Christmas. So I love that because it's also not too Christmassy. You've got great snowflake prints and poinsettias and some trees, but anything kind of, again, wouldn't look too holiday-ish if you left it out. Then we have, here's another modern background. So this is the steel, so more into the grays. So a great, great stash builder, great one to have. And I think, you know, this one is going to go fast. So that's why I decided to put them up for pre-order. Then we have a beautiful line from Moda. This is a new designer. I love this colorway. Gray and yellow is always classic with a little bit of ivory. I love the owls and the moths and just the magical, very great print. So I built a bundle that is a 14-piece because it is nicely balanced that way. And I can't wait to get my hands on some of that to play with. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful line. And as you can see, the modern backgrounds grays could go straight into that and mix with that. All right, Warming Up Winter by Veronique Sharon for Northcott. This is, I believe this is flannel. I don't have it in my notes, but I think it's flannel. So a little bit more fun, winter fun. Also not necessarily Christmas, but very much winter. I love the rich colors, the teals and the reds, and be cool for kind of kids' quilts, kids' winter quilts, just in a very nice and cuddly stuff. Then we have a Robert Kaufman line called the Weather Report, and this one is the same designer, same company that did what was it? What was the name of the line that sold out instantly? I don't remember now. Warehouse District. There it is. Warehouse District. See, if I just stop thinking, it pops up. And this one is just as cool. Very abstract, very artsy, unique, and kind of reminds me of, you know, graffiti, but really cool textures. So this will make awesome quilts. So this one is going to be hot. I know that. Then we have the fourth modern backgrounds. This one is the white. So we have white, eggshell, fog, and steel. So 4 different ones. So all great stash builders for your low volumes, for your lights. If you are thinking of making the spin cycle quilt, these are great to use for that. So something to think about. And then we have a blue line called Wild Blue, and also from Robert Kaufman. Love this too because it has a little bit of kind of a hand-dyed feature to it. It's not hand-dyed, of course, but it has that effect. So great deep, deep navies, almost black, and then medium navies, medium blues, and light blues. So you could easily mix into this any kind of white or lights or anything you want to do with it. Even some yellow would be really cool to mix with that. Then we have a Tim Holtz, another basic builder called Monochrome. So this one is a 12-piece bundle. This is one of his basics, and I thought it would be really good to put it together in a bundle. I think we already had that up, actually. I don't think this is a new one, but this one is on the website, and I will definitely be taking one of these home to add to my Tim Holtz collection. I've got a big one, so I love it. Anyway, so all of these are up, brand new pre-orders in the store, but we have lots more in the store. And something that you've all been waiting for, we got lots of laminate fabric for you for the Grab and Go Tote. So the Grab and Go Tote, that the pattern was one of the patterns that came out just a couple of weeks ago. And we did a sew along for this tote last year, but the book was sold out. And so everybody was asking for a printed pattern. So I re-released it as a printed pattern. I just tweaked the instructions just a little bit, the size, so that you'd be able to use 1 yard for the lining. Because we've got such great 1 yards, I figured we need to be able to use a 1 yard for lining. So it's just tweaked by like an inch. Size is an inch smaller, which is not much. You really can't tell the difference. But very excited. So we have lots of different laminates. So let me just show you what we got in. And so some of them are in limited quantities, and others we have more of. So we actually were able to secure some previous lines. We got from the Bloomington from Moda. So these we had when we did the sew along back earlier, and this one as well. So I actually have a bag made out of that right here, the one I did for the sew along. So I used this laminate for the bottom, and I love the print because you can play with it. You don't have to use necessarily the Bloomington fabric for it, for the squares, but you can use anything that mixes well with these colors. So these we have, but now we also have the print, the floral in the blue, and then 2 new ones. Let me just put these together. We have just a nice diagonal plaid, kind of like a gingham plaid. And then we have this one, which is kind of a print, black and white print grid with the flowers on it. So these are kind of previous lines. And then we have this beautiful print from Bonnie and Camille. This is kind of a dark, it's almost black, but it's really kind of navy, has a little bit of purplish hue to it. But again, something that you can pull in with anything. So this one we have quite a bit of because I really love the versatility of it. And then we have 2 new from the illustrations line. So black and white basics, which means you can put this with any colors. I love that. So this one that's on the cover of the pattern is my first one I made ever. So I used a black and white print for the bottom, and you can just play with it and use anything with it. And I love that idea. So we have this one, the big white flowers on the black, and then we have the other one, which I really love. I definitely want one made out of this. So I just have to figure out what I want to make it out of. And so this is like a white background with just black line drawings. So we have all of these in stock now, but there's one more. So option. So if you don't want necessarily to have a coated fabric or the laminate in your bottom of your bag, we also have this awesome linen, which almost feels like a canvas, but it's much softer than canvas fabric. So it's a linen blend from Moda, from actually Ruby Star, and we have the line to go with it. So I use this for the bottom of one of the bags, and actually some of the Adorn, it's from the Adorn fabric line, actually some of the Adorn fabric for the outside, and then an amazing pink camel for the inside. So that could be used also as the outside of your bag, but it would also be a really cool lining. So you could use this as a lining for this as the bottom, or the white one, or anything. You could use the blue because it has a lot of blue in it. So really cool options. So what we did with the laminates, because I know you would only be using them for the bottom of the bag, you don't really want to use this for the inside. We have them already pre-cut into the size you need for the bag, which is a 3/4 of a yard. So if you order one, that's what the size you'll get, is a 3/4 yard. However, with the linen, because I know that's more versatile, you might want to use it for something else, we sell that in 1 yard cuts. So that's a whole yard, so that you could use that for the lining of your bag if you wanted to. So just wanted to make sure that you understood the difference between those two. But I figured, since I had these out and I started playing to kind of see what would be fun to do as linings for these. Of course, like I said, you can use so many different fabrics for the outsides of the bag, like the little 5-inch squares. And you can just pull from what you have, or get, we have so many bundles that would work with these. And if you want suggestions, just email us. We'll have fun with that. But first thing I thought when I saw these, of course, were our camos. We have a pink camo, a green, and a blue. So they would work with any of these. I think the blue would also work with these blues. But the green and the pink one would work with these. The pink one would, of course, work with this print. It would work with these guys over here, and also these prints that have the pink and the flowers, for a little fun play on that. So I'm going to leave these here and move on. So other fun things to do with these neutral black and whites would be to do something super wild with the Friends in Flight. The puffins and the butterflies would be cool, and then you could kind of play with that and use that color back in for your handles and your binding. I love a diagonal plaid for lining. So excuse me, this gray one works well with that little bit of red, so it could work very well with here or with these guys. We got the Dwell and the Dull Impossibility, the Floral Night. Black with this obviously works. And then you can play with the colors for the other pieces of fabric. And then I had to use these. I love these rainbow butterflies. So this is rainbow sprinkles in the white or the black. Either of them would be awesome, awesome linings. And then do really colorful squares on the outside. So this is kind of what I thought would be great for these guys. We'll leave them here so you can see them. Then I was playing with some of the other ones, and I always love kind of a statement on the inside. So we have this pencil club print that would be great with these blues. Pull out some of the purples maybe, and the turquoise. Great for going to school, going back to school. You know what we just thought of in the office? These bags, these totes would be so great for, kids leaving for college. Like, load them up to have these totes to tote around, to take to college with them, especially with the laminated bottom, would be so great. Then we have the Perfect Day Cat Stories. They're all kinds of books, and so we have the books. They would work with all of these. It would work with this one as well, for anybody that loves to read. Great to take for picnics in the park. Throw a quilt in there and your books or whatever you want to do hanging out at a picnic. I love this London diagonal plaid with some of these reds. This one, actually, we're making a bag out of this, so we'll show it to you on Friday, using this plaid for the lining for this outside. And we actually used the, what was the bundle we used? I don't remember now. But I'll show you on Friday. We'll have the bag on Friday. And then this last batch, let me show you. This last batch, I have the Wild Beauty Rapture. It's awesome with this pink because it's the perfect pink that goes with these pink flowers. So this would be for either one of these, or even the blue here or here as a great lining for that. We have the aquarelle main print also. Would be great to give a pop of blue with all that pink in there. These guys would be great with that. If you wanted to do something unique for a bird lover, the red in here, these would work for both this print and that print. Sailboats for the blues, or even just for the reds to give it there's such a pop of red in there, would be great with this one as well. And then we have the Lulu prints, which are also great florals that you can put inside the pink bags or the blue bags and vice versa. I kind of like a contrast, so it also kind of would depend on what you're doing on the inside. This would also work well with this print. So lots and lots of choices. So think outside the box. Don't stick with it. You have to do everything from the same line. Find a print that you love for the inside and have some fun with it. And of course, I think this one would be awesome on the inside of a bag as well. Either way you want to go with it. And so great bags. I use mine all the time. I load them up. Of course, this one that I showed you has taken a beating because it goes between the warehouse and here home every day, every week, twice a week, back and forth, full of all the stuff I show you. So we have 2 bags in use all the time. I have one in the car, so if you are going to Costco, I used to do much more of that when the kids were home, so I would have that in the car, and you don't get bags. You can just throw that all in the tote and carry it all in. Great for, when I was going to retreats, load everything in there. This is something that anybody can use. It's great. Toy chest for kids. Load the toys in there, put stuffed animals in there. It's great. You can even put a sleeping baby in there. You really could if you wanted to. So that is the awesome. So Catherine's asking if I use the original pattern from the book, I need to buy 2 pieces of laminate. No, 1 piece of laminate. Laminate is the same. It's the lining. It's in the book it says 1 yard and 1/8. But it's really tight with 1 yard. You could do it, but it's really tight. So that's why I just tweaked the pattern just a little bit. So what I will do, I will post, I'm going to put a little post on our blog with the adjustments. If you have the book pattern and don't want to get the new one, obviously, I can do the adjustments on the size. So it's really just cutting things a little bit different. So the finished bag, the size of the finished bag is 12.5 by 21 by 13.5. So 12.5 wide by 21 and then 13.5 high. That is the size. What size needles should I use for the grab and go? I use just the same needles that I normally use. So a size 12 is what I normally piece with, or 90. Size 90, I believe. And I just use a sharp, something that pierces through nicely. You may wanna use change your needle after and before, because it's always good to have a fresh needle. And I used foam for my interfacing for in between. I do talk about that in the pattern, and I love working with Annie's Soft and Stable, which you can get at annies.com. Just the 1 yard pack is enough for a bag. Is 3/4 yards laminate enough to using? Yes, it is enough for the pattern in the book. Yes. So that's what, the only difference is the lining. Just a little bit smaller. So then you need lining, and then you need a 1/2 yard for your handles and your binding. So, and if you wanted to use 2 different fabrics, you can of course use less. And then you need just squares for the outside for the scrappy parts. Any word on pre-ordered Tim Holtz fabric? Nope. Like I said, I don't know anything until I get a shipping notification. And so everything is silent on that front so far. Loretta's asking which book the pattern, the grab and go tote, is in Fast and Furious family, which is out of print and discontinued. We do have it as an ebook. but now the pattern is available on its own too. So if you just want to get the pattern, this is available both as a PDF and as a printed pattern. I may have missed it. Do you have the glow-in-the-dark fabric? I actually got a shipping notification for 2 glow-in-the-dark fabric lines that are coming. The one that is on pre-order is on the way. So hopefully we'll get it by the end of the week. So it'll be shipping next week. Okay. Any more questions on the tote stuff? Isn't it exciting? It makes me want to make a couple. Actually does, even though I don't like making bags, but I don't want to. It still makes me want to make them. All right, any more questions? Okay, so that behind me is Amelie. Talked about that a little bit, but let's just dive into it, and let me show you all the other stuff that we have in stock. First, that just came in, our 108 wide fabrics, our extra wide back fabrics. I literally cannot keep them in stock, so I keep trying to find more and more and more. So we got a couple of new ones in. This is called Frequency in the black, is by Free Spirit, and also in the naturals, a really nice, great kind of neutral print. So our 108s are already cut into 3 yards. So one piece is actually 108 by 108. So 108 inches each way. Enough for, well, at least most king-size quilts or smaller. And then we also have them in 1 yard cut, so which is 36 by 108. So great if you want to just cut them in half, piece them to make lap size back, or maybe you have some leftovers so you can go a long way with 1 yards. Maybe you just want to use it for some backing of smaller things, crib quilts or table runners, and it's a great deal. So we have both of those and other stuff, of course, still in stock. We also got in some pre-cuts. So we got one Halloween line from Riley Blake. We only have pre-cuts, so it's called Spooky Hollow. We have the 5-inch squares and the 10-inch squares. So very cute Halloween line. I love the eyes and the bats. So it's just a little bit of metallic silver in here. We got cats and pumpkins, some great purples, really deep purples in here. And then we have the ivory into the orange and black, of course, black and gray. So very fun prints. I love the eyeballs. That's cool. So didn't get a whole lot, but we have these available now. And another one that we got just in charm packs. Well, we have this as a bundle too, but we got the illustrations line in a charm pack. So if you wanted to make the tote, this is a great idea to get just a charm pack. If you didn't want to have more of this fabric, which I don't understand why, because it's awesome. So let me show you illustrations that we have, the bundle, illustrations bundle. So this line is a big line. So I chose 12 fabrics. It's all neutrals, just kind of line drawing. So we have the whites, and I decided that the bundle needed to be very balanced. So we have equal amounts of the kind of the white and the gray and the black. So here are the whites. So we have the small floral and then the geometric print. So we have 4 in the white, and then we have the 4 in the gray. And I love this tone of gray. It's very kind of just monochromatic, or grayscale, I should say. And then we have the black. So there's a lot of white in the black, so it really doesn't read too black. It's actually very interesting playing with this as we were making the quilt out of it. So we have a small print and then the geometric. So this is the illustrations bundle, 12 pieces. And we made the Amelie quilt hanging behind me. So that one I just took, I just cut 10-inch squares from all of these. And so I had equal amounts of the black and the gray and the white, and I felt like I wanted to do something unique. So I only made blocks with the whites, and then with the grays, and then with the blacks. And then I arranged it. Can you show the quilt behind me? So I arranged it. Let me go out of the way. So I arranged it so the white blocks are in the middle, and then there's a row on each side in the gray blocks, and then the outside row is black blocks. I think it's really cool. And then chose a speckled citron, like this yellow color for the accent, and it just really pops. So you could do anything with the accent color for Amelie. It's so much fun, but that just kind of color blocking it like that just changes it and does something kind of very, very, very cool, I think. I love it. I love it. And I love that yellow is so kind of bright, but still modern with all of the neutrals. All right, so I still did a color poll with this because I knew I was going to get questions, which grays go well with it, because, you know, there's so many shades of gray, way more than 50 shades of gray, people. And then which blacks work well. So I pulled some blacks. I did the spectrostatic black, kind of deeper black, and I did a solid one, the peppered cotton, deep space. So we wanted like a real dark to mix in. The grunge black dress, of course, is going to mix well. That's a Moda. And then this one I thought was perfect. It's Spotted Quotations Ink because it has specks of gray in it. So kind of a great mix with these. Then as far as the grays, I did a gradation again. Grunge Lead is just kind of a basic color of gray, and then a little bit lighter in the dimples, cool gray. The Bumblebee's Rock is a lighter tone, and it has multi-tones in it, but still it's the same hue of gray. And then the Deco Stitch Granite. And I like it because it has similar kind of just line drawings in it, so it matches this line very well. And then I just did two lights that work well. The Grunge Eggshell is kind of a very basic white, not pure white. And then the Jack's Marshmallow. So this is illustrations, and of course you could throw any color in here. You could throw red in there, yellow, lime green, turquoise, whatever you want to do, because this is your neutral zone. So anything you want to do works. So much fun. I know. I love neutrals because it just gives you clean canvas, kind of. And then you can just play with the accent colors. All right, so another new bundle that came in, we had small bundle come in, is called, oh, what is it called? Oh, are we talking about Adorn? Adorn, okay, sorry. Adorn is next. That's great because I just showed you the bag. So the bag with the Adorn fabrics, the linen on the bottom, and then the pink camo on the inside. And we got the bundle. So I used the fabrics from the bundle for both the handle and so for the squares. So this is by Rashida Coleman Hale for Ruby Star. I love this. I love this. Sassy ladies and their hairstyles. Some great afros. Love it, love it. And just a perfect hot pink. Not too screaming, but very sassy. I think these are supposed to be kind of like earrings, but they just kind of look like shapes. So really cool shapes. I just thought they were earrings because they match the earrings that the girls are wearing. And then we have almost like a plaid, like a diagonal plaid. It works as that. So we have 4 pinks, and then we have some of the turquoise into the teals. The ladies again, and the teal, it gets a little darker. This one is the stripe. I love it that it's not just a stripe. It has little bows on it. Here you can really, oh, this is the earring print. This is the earring print. This is not. This is just the shape print. I love it because the earrings have gold, actual metallic gold. Gotta love it. And then we go into the darkest teal here, and then into the black. We have the hands and the floral with the bright colors on it. And then we have the diagonal, kind of like a plaid in the black. So this is our Adorn bundle. I love this so much. It's so cool. Like the colors, the pink with the teals. That's just the best. So, of course, I pulled some fabrics with it. Had to start with Ruby Star speckled because it matches automatically. So we have the berry color. And then I went and did another one that has the actual metallic as well. Rainbow Shimmer Magenta. Almost looks like it was designed for it. And then the Spectrostatic Magenta. Also a great fit with these. Perfect with these pinks. For the turquoise and into the teals, I started with the lightest one. This is a little bit of green, so it's minty, canvas minty, but it's a perfect fit for that lightest tone. And then we go a little bit more in the blue. Dash Flow Mist matches here, kind of a great transition. And then a little bit darker into the teals, Dash Flow Bayou. And then for the darkest ones, I also went with speckled. Speckled teal navy works well with this darkest one. And then we have the speckled black. Mixes great in here. So this is my fabric pull for Adorn. And we will have this up on the blog, the photos with the pulls by tomorrow. Don't just give us a day to finish it up. I got into the office late today, so we didn't have too much time to work on this, but it's great to go back and you can just look at it, study it, study your stash and see if you want to add anything to it. So Adorn, just beautiful. This next one is called Classic Blue, and it is a very classic blue and white bundle. Great mixer with a lot of different things. Let me start on the other end. Start with the main print. So just great kind of these porcelain prints, classic white and blue. And I just love the actual cobalt color of this blue in here. So we have a small print with the leaves and a small floral. It's an 8-piece bundle, so it's just a smaller bundle. And then we have some of the geometric mixing in. And I love these kind of geometric prints. And this one kind of works as a stripe. And then we have this one that works as a plaid. Again, doesn't look like a classic plaid. And then we have the darker blue, floral, and the darkest geometric here. So Classic Blue is this one called. And I pulled, of course, and I felt like just pulling equal amounts of lights and darks. So all the different hues of blue. So I feel like if you wanted to do something with lights and darks, you would need some extra lights and that. So I just went with lots of different white on whites. So these are all Century whites. And if you wanted a mix, that's why I pulled 4, because I pulled 4 blues. And that's where I went, because that will give you an even lighter tone than all of these. These are kind of your mediums, and then you have the lightest, and then you can go into the darker even. So as far as the blues, I chose Canvas Cobalt. Very nice color, kind of that medium blue. I chose Bumbleberry's Purple Ink because it has mixes of the lights and the darks in here. I love this one. This is Circle Burst Dark Royal. It's like the true royal blue. And has the light in there as well. And then I went a darkest. If you wanted a darkest hue, darker than here, go Grunge True Blue, because it will still stay blue. There's no other color in the true blue of the grunge. You know how grunge sometimes has another color in there, but this one is purely just blue. And then I pulled one more just because if you wanted to do something with plaid or wanted a plaid, there's a perfect one. This is the Plaid Buffalo in the blue. So this one is like the perfect blue with some of that dark in there. And you could use that for bindings, borders, sashings, anything like that. So this is our Classic Blue bundle. And again, this will all be on the blog. And I actually pulled these over here earlier, these plaids, because I was going to show you these as options for the bags too. And if you needed fabric for like the handles and stuff, I pulled some stripes, great stripes too, that we have. but I forgot. I forgot to show you. But, you know, I kind of did. But we will create a blog post taking a photo of this stuff for all the bags, so you can look for that as well. All right, we have one more really fun bundle because, oops, it fell on the floor. All right, we'll get it. This one is called Oh Snap. So this is a fun kids one, and it's got crocodiles. So we have all these fun ones with the saying, "See you later, alligator," in a while, crocodile, chomp. After a while, C is for crocodile. It's just really fun. Happy crocodiles. And we have the birds print. So we have some lights and some in this print. We have just the crocodiles here. And then we have the crocodile skin in the green. And then in the lime. And then we go into some of the blues. We have the light blue with the green crocodiles. We have just the head sticking out and the bird on the nose. And we have the bluebirds again. And the crocs on the blue. And then we go into the navy. So dark navy, same print as the first one with the sayings. And then that blue crocodile skin. So really cute bundle. It's only 10 pieces. Or is it 11? Is it 2, 4, 6, 8? Yeah, it's 11. Sorry. Okay, I gotta get up to grab all these 1-years. They fell on the floor. All right. So I, of course, started with some of the greens. Oops, I forgot to. And then I pulled 2 lights because if you wanted to add some more lights here, this one is they're very neutral, so pretty, almost white, but grunge white paper is a great mix, great fit, and then also circle burst white. Circle burst white on white because it's not truly white. Then we have, I started with a couple of greens because this is kind of the only one in this hue, but you might want to use some of it because there's more of that color in the rest of the line. So these were kind of great fits. Thatched Peacock and the Floral Elements Tropical Green. Perfect fits with this color, and we bring in more of that hue of green. So then we have this lime. So I went with Canvas Kiwi. Then the Rainbow Shimmer Citron. Great fit with a little bit of shimmer for the crocodiles. And then the Thatched in the Chartreuse. So this is the exact color of a lot of the Crocs. And then some blues. I started with a lighter blue, the Circle Burst Denim in the lightest. And then the Moonscape Marlin, kind of in the medium side. Good to have a little bit of directional print, so a little, almost a stripe, with the light blue in there. And then the darkest blue is the Spotted Nautical Blue. Goes really well with this darkest hue here. So this is my pull for Oh Snap. Oh Snap. Gotta love it. All right, that is what we have for fabric today. A lot. Lot and lot and lot. And there's lots in the warehouse. So much more fun coming. But we will have all the fabric pulls up on the blog tomorrow. So give us just a little time to get that going, and we'll get it up there. Do we have a live winner for our show, our 102nd episode? 102 is this one. We have Frances Hitchcock. Congratulations, Frances. You've won a $25 gift card. So if you're watching, make sure you send us an email to help@gequiltdesigns.com, and we will get that $25 gift card to you as soon as possible so you can go shopping. It's all digital. So all we have left now, if we don't have any questions, all we have left now is, of course, our giveaway question for your second chance of winning tonight. I wanted to ask this because, of course, we were talking a lot about the bags. So do you sew any other things besides quilts? I don't do very much of it. I have to be totally honest. I don't like really putsy things, so that's probably why I don't like doing bags. I love bags, love having them, but I don't enjoy making them. So I'd much rather piece a king size quilt. I don't know why. But that's probably about it. I will make a few little bags or napkins or something like that, but I don't really enjoy doing other stuff, other things than quilts. So that's just me. But I'd love to hear what you do, and we'll randomly pick a winner from your answers and announce the winner on our next show next week, which will be Tuesday, May 18th, 7 p.m. Central, and that is our 103rd Tipsy Tuesday episode. Have something fun for you next week. Yes, very exciting. And then we will have a show later this week. Friday show, happy Friday show will be Friday, May 14th, 3 p.m. And I hope I'll see you there. But that is it for us tonight. You want to say goodbye to everybody?
Goodbye, everybody.
He's been quiet. I've been talking all the time.
I'm a quiet guy.
You're a quiet guy. Okay, we'll get him. We'll wake him up for Friday. But that's it for us tonight. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.